I've done a number of videos on the worst or best players in baseball right now in specific categories, whether that be in pure speed, base running, pitch types, you name it. But one video I haven't made so far is detailing who I believe is the current worst hitter in Major League Baseball. Not for 2024 alone, mind you, but period. The worst active hitter right now. Now, before I get into why I believe this is Tim Anderson, I do want to say I made my criteria essentially that you had to have played at least 180 games over the last 2 years, as I wanted to omit players who simply didn't have enough at-bats over this time to really get a sense of their ability at the plate. I now want to list the categories that Tim is last in since the start of the 2023 season among all players who managed to appear in at least those 180 games. Home runs at just 1, RBIs at 34, slugging percentage at 274, OPS at 544, OPS plus at 51, and WAR at negative 3.5, a full WAR behind the next closest. This is an incredible variety of categories to be last in, especially coming off of back-to-back All-Star seasons and a batting crown in his recent history. What's even crazier to me is that his 2024 made the prior season look quaint, as he followed up a negative 2 WAR campaign in 123 games with a negative 1.5 in just 65. His OPS fell from a still extremely poor 582 to an absurdly bad 463. That's lower than Tim's own 2021 slugging percentage. This came as a product of his 214, 237, 226 slash line, which might be the first time I've ever seen all three of those stats be within 25 points of each other. This 2024 also included just 3 extra base hits, all doubles, through 241 plate appearances, and just 7 walks to 68 strikeouts, nearly a 1-to-10 ratio. But those are just his simple stats. What about more advanced ones? Well, for starters, he posted the 3rd worst batting run value in the entire sport last year at negative 25, despite being the only guy in the top 10 to see less than 1,000 pitches, with nearly everyone surrounding him having seen anywhere from 600 to 1,000 more. This kind of anemic production probably isn't that surprising when you consider he had an 86.1 mph average exit velocity, to go along with the 3rd worst average launch angle in the sport at 1.4, meaning he was hitting the ball softly on the ground more than nearly anybody else, and only running down the line, mind you, at a 43rd percentile sprint speed of 27.1 feet per second, cutting out a huge portion of infield hits he might have otherwise had back when he had over 28 feet per second speed just 2 years ago. The last aspect of his performance over the last couple seasons that boggles the mind is that, as pointed out here by Foolish Baseball, he hasn't managed to pull a regular season fly ball since midway through 2023, and even then, it was on this ugly looking swing. But on the very post that Foolish was commenting on, Anderson had managed to hit a pulled home run, so maybe this year will be redemption for the shortstop who was once thought of as easily a top 50 player in the game. But as it stands right now, he is, in my opinion, the weakest hitter in Major League Baseball. Now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out any one of these recommended videos. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.